Hey guys, welcome back. Bolt Spider here, and today we have a new video on my Orcust deck list that I've been testing recently. Now, I have been testing a lot of Orcust here and there, different variants, going from the Raid Raptor variant to the PK Raid Raptor variant to the normal standard PK variant, and I have landed on this version of the deck. It has definitely been up to par of what I want, but I also have tested it if we got one Harp Horror back, and it legit really doesn't do what it needs to in today's meta. Because this deck is not a mid-range deck. It is a lower range deck right now, but with Harp, it does give that mid-range feel back, but you'd have to run a more trap-heavy control variant like how the OCG has ran. So let's get into the card by card. We have two of the wand because wand is actually one of the necessary pieces of any type of Orcust combo now, as if you open up one of them along with one of your starters, it is a full lib combo, but I don't run Scrap Golem, so it's just another extender. Next we have 3 Nightmare Orcust, 3 Grisu, and 2 Symbol Skeleton. I am opting to run the 3-3-2 and not opting to run the Brass Bombard because I see no reason to run it now since Link Cross did get banned. On top of that, I really like this ratio of the Orcust. It has been my ratio ever since 2019, and it has worked well for me. Overall, this ratio is reliable because you have so many starters on top of so many other cards that can get you to what you need. Next, for the 2 best cards in the deck, we have Dark Grepher and Armageddon Knight. Dark Grepher is very great with discarding Nightmare, Wand, and Nessie to summon itself out. Nessie replaces itself, and then you use that replacement to send an Orcust piece. Overall, Dark Grepher is one of the better of the 2 right now because you need to load up your graveyard more, and Armageddon Knight just falls a little short. Would it be nice to get Dark Grepher more at 1 or at more copies? Yes. Next, we have the 3 Scrap Recycler, but I don't run the Golem because Golem is a brick and I don't want to worry about another brick into the deck. And Scrap Recycler is just one of those amazing cards for the deck where it's another Armageddon Knight card. Then we have the Danger package. This is the package I opt: 1 Nessie, 1 Tsuchinoko, 1 Jackalope, and 2 Mothman. Overall, this lineup has served me quite well. Of total 5 dangers of any type. Overall, when dangers were at 2, I always just ran 2 Nessie, 2 Snake, 1 Jackalope, because I wasn't a fan drawing into the Jackalope, as I would rather summon it off of, or search it off of Nessie, or if it gets pitched when I activate Tsuchinoko. Mothman's there to gather knowledge just in case if I discard it, and this is a great little piece that's always good to have. Now the hand trap lineup, if you're looking at it right now, it is 2 Nibiru, 2 Skullmeister, 2 Ash Blossom, and 2 Ghost Spell. It rounds up to a total of 8 hand traps, and 8 hand traps is just enough for this format. So I would say Skullmeister and Bell do almost the exact same thing. Ash Blossom is still great as it stops searching and drawing. Then we have Nibiru, the overall best hand trap that there is. I used to be very stubborn on not running hand traps, but I'm finally catching up and playing hand traps, as in all my Orcust builds, if you have seen, I've only ran 3 hand traps, that being Ash Blossom, and 3 Nibiru in the side. But with this current change, it has forced me to play a different variant of the deck, and one day I hope we don't have to rely on that many hand traps. Next, we have the Small Dragoon package. I run this as a just in case if I need to push more for if I need another negate. And it has been very reliable for me because no matter what, if they manage to get your Dragoon out of the extra deck, these are still discard targets with your Dark Grepher. This card is actually, these cards do help with the deck, as if you draw into both of them with the Dark Grepher, and you just say, I really can't stop it, it's 2 free cards in the graveyard, and it gets you a piece of your Orcust. Next, we only have 2 triple tactic talents. I'm opting to run 2 because in real life I have 2. If I were to play online more, I would still stick with 2 because I feel like that this card is good, but not worthy of maining 3 in this deck because you need room for all your little engine pieces and everything else. The one orchestrated return, people always criticize me on running 1. Whenever I run more than 1, I always brick into both of them, or all 3 of them depending on the build, except back in October where it was 3 of this, 3 allure, and 3 into the void, so I had more draw power to fall back on. I would love to go back to running triple allure or darkness, but now is not the time because that's how the meta has shifted. Then we have the 1 Foolish Burial, the 1 Monster Reborn, and the 1 World Legacy Succession. It's always good to have extra Armageddon type cards in your deck, and a couple Reborn cards. Overall, these 2 have popped up a lot in testing, and I really love when I see them. Next, we have the triple Forbidden Droplets. I feel like this deck pluses so much off of this because if your opponent's a VW player and they're going first, they activate Calamities, you drop the Droplets, send out the Go On from hand or something else, and another card to negate both of them, and it's mildly entertaining when that happens. Like, if you open up, let's say you open up a Symbol Skeleton and a Orchestrated Crescendo, you just dump those 2, negate those 2 monsters, and you can just go on your merry way. Then we have the 1 Babel and 1 Crescendo. I still love running the 1 Crescendo as insurance policy. Back when people only ran 1, I ran 2 for the exact same reason of insurance policy. Now we're on to the extra deck. We have Dragoon. Very, very powerful card, but it's actually very easy to deal with because we have so many out. Then we have the 1 Zeus. Zeus is an amazing card because you could just summon it off and ding, and I have summoned Zeus on my turn without using a single Orcust effect. It's really easy to do if you open up a Mekk-Knight Orcust Grisu with the Danger, or just another type of extender like your World Legacy World Wand. You can go into your Galatea, go into Ding, send something, attack with the Ding, and then go into Zeus. Then we have all the links, the most basic lineup. We have Boral Sword, Access Code, Long Grisu, Name Your Unicorn, and Phoenix. Then we have the 1 Lib, the World Legacy Blade Master, the 3 Galatea, the 1 IP Masquerena, and the 1 Verte Anaconda. Now, overall, what are my thoughts on this deck? You can opt to run the Brass Bombard. You can also opt to run more trap cards like Ice Dragon's Prison. But overall, this is one of the best builds I have come across testing and all of that. So if you guys did enjoy this video, I don't have any replays sadly because I've been mostly remote dueling testing, so that recording would have to be set up still. But anyways, I've been Bolt Spider. See you guys in the next video, and goodbye.